hear me? Okay, it's better now. I'm not going to sit down, sorry. I cannot talk when I'm sitting. How's everybody? Everybody's okay? The first question, how many of you, hands up, fitting multifocal lenses? Which brand? Multifocal contact lenses. You're using? Great. Okay. So not a lot of you. It was like few people. Are you really interested in fitting multifocal contact lenses? Yes. Yes. Okay, that's what I want to hear. So I'm going to take you, first of all, I would like to thank the organizers of the Red Sea Conference to invite me here. It's an honor, especially Dr. Hani, that has been very supportive, and wanted to see that we take another level in contact lens fitting in Saudi Arabia with the multifocal lenses that are available now in the market recently. But before that, I'll take you through what is presbyopia, of course you know that, why we need to consider correction of contact lenses for presbyopes. It's very clear now for us. And what kind of population of presbyope we have in Saudi. And I'll take you through the design of multifocals these days, and then later on the fitting of contact lenses, multifocal lenses, because we know it's a bit of tricky. The guys who fit contact lenses, how much success you have out of 100? How much?
60 to 70.
60 to 70. So we're going to try to go through the techniques that actually increase that success rate to around 80–90%. So that's going to help you more. But where we are now with the contact lenses, we have never been there at any time. This is the peak of advancement in contact lenses. So I'm going to show you a 2-minute video about the history of contact lenses, that where we have been like 200 years ago and even 50 years ago, and now where we are. So
for centuries, mankind has dreamed of seeing more clearly.
But he does not give up.
The history of the contact lens in 2 minutes. 1508. In a flash of insight, Leonardo da Vinci sees that submerging the eye in a bowl of water can alter its vision. 1636. René Descartes envisions a design for a contact lens in which a glass tube filled with liquid is placed directly against the cornea.
How is this possible?
The downside? No blinking. 1887. Adolf Fick fabricates the first successful contact lens out of glass, fitting them on rodents and himself. 1936. Kleinboom creates the first contact lens made of glass and plastic.
Plastics played an essential role. Many turn to them for comfort or convenience.
20 years later, the first lenses made entirely of plastic are introduced. However, these early lenses prevent oxygen from reaching the cornea.
But it's really quite painless.
Then, in 1961, Dr. Otto Wichterle makes the world's first soft contact lens using his son's erector set and parts from a bicycle. 1971, milestone event. Soft contact lenses hit the market.
Tomorrow's product today.
Then the pace of innovation accelerates with the toric lens to correct astigmatism.
But scientists discovered something else.
3 years later, hard lenses make a comeback with new gas-permeable material. 1981, extended wear lenses, followed by bifocal soft lenses and colored soft lenses. 1987, milestone event. Disposable soft contact lenses hit the market. An upstart company called Visticon rocks the industry with lenses thrown away every 1 or 2 weeks. Then, 1995 offers the ultimate in convenience and hygiene, daily disposable lenses.
Inexpensive enough to be thrown away after one use.
And in 1999, silicone hydrogel lenses promise improved oxygen permeability. Today, the contact lens industry has turned Da Vinci's vision into an everyday reality for millions of patients worldwide.
Once again, industrial progress has resulted in a new convenience for us consumers.
And the contact lens is a miracle of modern science.
And there you are.
So basically, you are very lucky to be here where you are with all this technology that we have with different contact lenses, and you're gonna have more happy patients in every term that you can think of, the design, the material, and the modality. Now, presbyopia. We call it the old man sight, but this is, I think the definition should change. This might have been working for the last generation or before that, but this generation, how many over 40s we have here? Hands up. But even if there are more, I'm sure they're not gonna put their hands up, especially on the other side, you know that? So that's something that we should know about it. So, and this is one of the reasons, I'm gonna tell you why you should fit multifocals. Because people, they don't want to be known that they are over 40. This is a kind of, I'm gonna go through that. So this definition should change, I think, because the 40-year-olds, 44-year-olds now, they're not really old. They're very active, and they do whatever they can do to actually enjoy their life more than the previous generation. KSA population. I took this from one of the sites from Saudi government. The age of 40 to 44 and over 40 in general, it's almost 31% of the population. It's a very young population, of course. We have in Europe 50% presbyopes over 40. But in Saudi is 30%, and within the next 10 years it's gonna be even more. So what do you have as a solution for these people when they come to you? Reading glasses, right? This is another slide that I took from another site for the distribution of age population between females and males in Saudi Arabia. And look at the 40 and above. That's around 28%. So 28% of people now start suffering reading problem, right? In US, we have currently 110 million presbyopes. And by 2018, it's going to be 172 million presbyopes. And that's why the optometrists in the States and Northern America, they're actually very, very motivated now to do the trainings and learn more about multifocals, and the manufacturers and the industry going towards that way as well. And it's one of the categories that is growing very high. The aging world. The world is aging. Over 40 Europe, 53%, by 2028, 56. And you take that, US 46, 48, Japan 60% over 40. And China, Korea, Russia altogether 46%. So the world is aging. Remember that. They need options. Reading glasses is only one of them. Drop out of contact lenses. 2 reasons. First, all you know, discomfort for any reasons, dry eye, drying the lens, and all that the manufacturers now they are addressing with adding lubricants, wetting agents, and all that you can think of to reduce the dehydration. But the second most reason that I was really surprised to see this is presbyopia. People drop out of contact lenses because they become presbyope. Simple as that. The problem is, when you get older, you need more correction with glasses, right? You need to wear glasses more than when you are younger, of course, and that's how it goes. Up to 70% in 54 to 64, they need correction. But then, the contact lenses starts with the young people, 17%, 25%, 28%, and then it drops to 13%. Where we need more correction, we actually use less contact lenses. That's a little bit funny, right? The interest in wearing contact lenses is actually increasing with age. Remember that too, because that's going to help you. This is statistics. That it tells you that people like to have options of wearing contact lenses. Another reason, maybe your parents, or maybe your grandparents, depends on your age again, they didn't really need computer or use computer a lot. But this generation reaching 40, 45, technology is a key part of their lives. You can see them all the time on their mobile devices, tablets, computers, everything. They have to be able to read close up, which was not the case with the last generation, right? And these are, we call them Generation X. Go and Google it up. This generation doesn't want to get old. It's in absolute denial. We have multi-million-dollar businesses in surgery, in cosmetic surgery, that wants to keep these people young. So these people are active. They don't want to get old. They want to have options, not only reading glasses. They need distance, intermediate, and near. Everything, especially the computer. What about US practitioners? In US, if you go 10 years ago and ask them how many of you fit multifocal, it wouldn't be 72% like now. It would be 60% monovision. But now, in the last few years, with the advances in contact lens technology, now 72% of US practitioners want to fit multifocal. And only 20% monovision, and only 8% giving glasses over contact lenses, which is a little bit funny again, to use reading glasses over your contact lenses, especially if you're myope. Why should I do that, right? I just take my glasses off and can read. So we have to give them a different option. As I said, multifocal lenses are the category of lenses that are growing very fast in the last few years, as you see, by 17%. And within a year, by 14% growing the multifocal fitting. So the industry is actually motivated, activated, and it's mobilized to fit more multifocals. Because people wearing multifocals, they use it, 80% of them, they use it at social events. They don't want to wear reading glasses. Exercising, driving during the day, and work. So basically, a lot of people, they need to wear contact lenses. But how people deal with presbyopia? How do they deal with presbyopia? 40 to 45, like some people that they are here probably, they are in absolute denial. They say, you know what, doctor? I have no problem reading in the daylight. But at night, it's a little bit, the prints are getting very smaller. The restaurants getting darker. I cannot read the menu anymore. It's not my eye. You need them too. You want to try my glasses? Yes. These people are in acceptance level, which are our grandpas, grandmas, right? And that's why you see them easily wearing their reading glasses, no problem. But the problem is when you tell a 43-year-old guy or a lady that you need reading glasses, who do you remind them of? Their grandma, not even their parents. And that's why they suddenly feel depressed and old. Oh my God, I'm gonna be like my grandma wearing glasses to read? Are you kidding me? This is what they're gonna tell you. Look at this gentleman, which happens to be me, yes. When it comes to you, this gentleman, what do you do with him? Which phase is he? If anybody say acceptance, I'm gonna go out of this room. Which phase is he? Denial, yes. Are you gonna tell him, this is our problem? Guy comes or lady comes and says, I have a problem reading, and say, oh my God, you're getting old. What? And that's it. He's gonna hate you for the rest of his life. Or, you know what? This is the first sign of dying. Basically, this starts how you're gonna die in a few years. This is the first one. And actually, it is the first sign of getting old, actually, to be honest. The body is absolutely working, the eyes They're not really helping. So when he comes to you, the way you approach him is different from the way you approach him when he comes 20 years or 15 years later, right? This guy comes, you never say, are you getting old? You're getting problem, reading is bad, this is the first sign of getting, no. I can help you. Very easy. Don't worry about it. Happens to everyone. You're not alone. There is half of the population in the world like you, and that gives them a better feeling, right? But of course, when he comes like that to you, then you're gonna say, his acceptance, right? You can deal with him differently. So how you treat your patients in different phases, denial, shame, and acceptance is really different. It makes the difference there. That they stay with you or they leave you with someone else that has a better communication. Few facts about presbyopes. They don't see themselves to get old. Told you that. They are always in denial and refusing to give in the negativity of the old age. They actually, if they are more worried about dependence on glasses than the gray hair and wrinkles. Why? Because with the gray hair is a walk to the supermarket. You solve the problem. And with the wrinkle, you walk to a pharmacy. And you just get all these creams that are available for wrinkles. But what do you do when you have a problem with seeing? You have to go to an optician, to an optometrist. And that's where you need to know what are your options. These people see reading glasses unwelcome and uncomfortable. These people, embarrassed by wearing, when they are in the denial and shame phase, embarrassed by wearing their glasses in front of people in social situations, minimal periods of time they wear them, and if you photograph them with the glasses, they will take it off and say, can you take the photo again, please? I look better now. Another fact, only 12% of people wearing readers are happy with them. And probably they're over 60. 71% of people wearing multifocal, they're actually very happy. And that is how you improve your practice. I have no comment on this. You know what I mean now, right? Are we still practicing this? Good. 75% of people that wear multifocal, they recommend it to their friends, family, colleagues. And 70% of them, they recommend you. This is one of those high loyalty and referral modalities that we have in contact lenses because you change their lifestyle. It's like giving somebody first-time contact lenses. They're going to remember you all their life. Oh, you were the one giving me contact lens first time. That's how they remember you. And remember, 92% of presbyopes that are wearing contact lenses, they want to stay in contact lenses if you give them an option. But you don't give them an option. You know why? Because 40% of the population, and this is in Western countries, they don't know about multifocals. They don't even know it exists. Even some optometrists, they don't know even it exists in some of these, the region that we have. Even ophthalmologists, they think is multifocal is only IOL. So people don't know what they don't know, right? If they don't know, they don't know. You need to tell them. They're not going to ask about it if they don't know. All you have to do is to let them know that there is an option. And that's it. You don't have to sweat. You don't have to do a hard work to advertise. Just tell them we have an option for you. And these denial, shame phases, they're going to attack you left and right. Multifocal designs, simultaneous designs in soft contact lenses, which is center near designs, center distance designs. Most of them now is center near, basically. So, and the multi-zone designs are almost out. Center near is most of the contact lenses now. Even Johnson & Johnson changed their design from center distance to center near recently with their one-day multifocal. So they use in most of the current contact lenses. Some of them they have front surface spheric design, which helps a lot, and depth of focus is more with them. Center distance is less popular now. For emerging presbyopes, they were more successful, but people dependent, just like the center near, and they tend to reduce near vision with meiosis. Then we have modified monovision that is a different, that they give one center distance for the dominant eye and a center near for the non-dominant eye, to actually for people that they cannot manage with the, but the binocularity is a little bit in question. So that's the, and these are the contact lenses in the market in terms of the monthly one or the frequent replacement. And then we have now one-day lenses in the market, even in Saudi. So you have a one-day multifocal, which is amazing. I'm telling you why, because one-day these daily disposables, first-time wearers, the best option for them, especially teenagers when they come with their parents and they're worried about them wearing contact lenses. It's very safe. Occasional wearers, it's amazing for them. Wearing them, and cost-wise, nothing. Wearing them once a week, twice a week, it's amazing that they don't have to clean, disinfect, re-clean, re-disinfect and everything. No, you don't have to do anything. They just put it in and chuck them out. Simple as that. People doing sport activities, they love this option. Allergy sufferers, you know, about 60% of people having problem with contact lenses from the solution. You just change the solution, the problem is solved. So these people suffer from allergy, so one day is the best thing for them. Remember, social active lifestyle, they love this. And if you tell them the cost of one pair per day, they can make sense of it a lot more. And no fuss, no care. Nothing, no cleaning, no disinfecting, no lens cleaning, lens case cleaning, nothing. And the convenience of having a fresh, sterile lens all the time. And one thing more about the designs, before when they wanted to make multifocal contact lenses, they just look at the age and amplitude of accommodation. But now they look at different things. They do a lot of, consider a lot of factors like the ocular aberrations, depth of focus, pupil diameter. That's why now new multifocals are optimized for the pupil size as well. So it works with different pupil size, that we know by age our pupil size is getting smaller. Yes. So the new designs, they are actually the transition between distance, intermediate and near is very smooth, and they have a better design adjusted by the age and the addition. And one more thing, that the newer design, we can actually read them with the machines, like lensometer. Before we couldn't read multifocals to know if they were correct. We just had to trust the company. But now we can read them with these machines up to 6,000 points on the lens to see if it's correct. Fitting, are you ready? Yes. Just to give you a few tips of fitting, and we are done. First of all, be very enthusiastic. If you tell the patient, you know what, I have a multifocal lenses, I'm going to try for you. If it works, if it doesn't work, no. Patient wants confidence in you. They want to see you have the confidence to give them something that they have a problem with. So be very enthusiastic. Tell them that, you know what, I have an option for you. Let's try that. And see what they want. It's very important to know if the patient is motivated enough, if they want to be free from glasses to do their day-to-day job. That's perfect. If they want to be flexible, that's perfect. Discuss the benefits of multifocal, gaze independent. You have done progressive glasses, right? I had a pilot that he said, you know, when I want to play with my progressive glasses, oh my God, I cannot even find properly, I cannot hit the ball. So gaze independent means everywhere you look, you can see. Close, distance, intermediate, everywhere, without having to turn your neck like robot, the progressive glasses. Full visual field. Most of day-to-day activities, stereo acuity is good because you can do sports now. Range of materials and modalities. You have one day, you have silicon hydrogel, you have everything you need. And then you have trial. I didn't even have trial when I started multifocal 15 years ago. No trial. But you have trials. You can try. But tell them that there is an adaptation. Why? Because there is 3 images going through those zones on the retina, and that 3 images confuse the vision a little bit, make it blurry. And they have to get used to it by ignoring the blurry one and enhancing the clear one. And that takes between 5 hours with some people, amazingly, and 5 days with some other people. And tell them that they need to see you twice for their fine-tuning. It's better to tell them from beginning. You want to be more successful? A good communication, positive communication. Discuss it early because it's more successful with early presbyopes, and you have more customers with the early presbyopes. Adhere to fitting guide. Each company has their own fitting guide. Stick to that because that is the experience of many experts that give you the more success rate. Remember, patient and RX selection is very important. High profs, they're gonna love you. They're gonna just love you because it solves every problem that they have. Remember, quarter, it can fail you or it can make you successful in multifocal. So it's very, very crucial quarter. That's why multifocal lenses come even after 6 in quarter, till 10 in quarter. And ask the patient, rank it out of 10. If it's 7 and higher, you're okay, you're fine. Do an updated eye exam, means do it today when they come for that, because if you miss a quarter minus, you miss the whole, you might fail a lot, easily. So, see if patient, what they used before, if they are satisfied, the design, the modality, the motivation, everything. Astigmatism with the current multifocals, over 1, multifocal toric, if you have the option to order special orders, but don't fit spherical multifocals. If not, you can do enhanced monovision, which means to give dominant eye toric for distance and a non-dominant eye multifocal for distance and reading, which gives distance binocular vision, which is very important. Or at the end, you have to give monovision toric if you don't have any of these options. People come to you with presbyopia, they have physiological, the tear film quality and quantity is not as good as before, of course. So basically, make sure they don't have blepharitis or NGD, it has to be treated. And make sure you know what medication they use, because there are 5 categories of medications, including antihistamines, antidepressant medication, blood pressure medication, hormonal therapy, and you just name it. Roaccutane for the pimples in the skin, it causes severe dry eye. So you should know, give them lubricant. Very important. Lifestyle. People that are socially active and doing sport, and especially computer, they're gonna love multifocal because with the reading glasses, you have a range that you cannot go out of that. You see some people, they go in front of computer with the reading glasses and they go close, oh, it's too close, or it's too far. But with the multifocal, you don't have that problem. Everywhere is clear. Occasional wears are your volume, where your volume of patient comes. Because these are, they love to wear the lenses, not all the time, not regularly, but 2-3 times a week. Pupil size. I don't want you to go through the 3, just do the mesopic with your autoref. And that's going to help you to understand how much successful you're going to be. Usually smaller, too small or too big is going to be a little bit less successful, but the good range of 4 to 6 is going to be good. But again, new contact lens designs are optimized for even smaller or bigger pupils, depends on the accommodation and addition. Photopic, but if you want to be basically more professional, you do the photopic. Why? Because if it's too small, you ask the patient to wear sunglasses. So it opens the pupil and they can have a better distance. If scotopic is too big, you ask them to use a side lamp so it closes the pupil and they can see better reading. So that's, and dominancy. Definitely do the dominancy for the second session that they come to you. And that's holding card very easy. You just stretch your hands and bring it up and see from which eye the patient is looking. That's a dominant eye. But if you want to be more professional, because I just want you to do it. First start with this. It's easy. But when you become very easy with that, you can do the sensory dominancy, which is more accurate, and that's when you drop a plus 150 in front of both eyes over the distance refraction, and then you show them a chart that they can read and see which eye can see more blurry. And that eye is the dominant eye. Remember, dominant eye sees more blurry. Now, last few slides. For example, we have different companies, 2 ads, 3 ads. So I just give you an example of 2 ads that we do have. And it's, if people have come to you with an addition, let's say your patient is +2 or -2, doesn't matter. It comes to you with the addition of +75 up to 150, you just choose +2, low ad. And if it's +175 to 250, you just choose +2, high ad. And there are some companies that they divide the 125 to 2 as a mid ad, so that's also for the other company. So it's easy. You have the addition, you have the distance number or the prescription. The distance prescription you order, if it's this addition, low ad, if it's this high ad, the contact lens automatically corrects that for those additions, for those range. Allow the lens to settle, very important, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Make sure, one of the failures of multifocal, I'm telling you this, I learned that after 5 years, that if it's not proper coverage or proper centration, every half a millimeter it drops 3 lines because it's a multifocal design, so it changed the vision a lot. So centration and coverage is very important. If it's not covered, change the design. Give them something else. Push-up test to make sure that it doesn't move a lot because it makes the vision blurry. And this is the trick I learned after 10 years. Just send the patient out. Don't do a reading chart or the distance chart because they just saw perfectly 20/20, and if after putting the lens you give them a reading chart or the distance chart, they're not going to see it as clear, and they're going to get upset. So you don't do anything. You just send the patient out. Why? Because the patient goes out, the first thing they do, okay, I came this morning here, I couldn't read my mobile. Let me see if I can read my mobile. And he goes with the mobile and say, oh my God, I can see. I couldn't see this before. This is a positive impact you give them. This is very important. And then they go in front of the computer in the reception and they look at the computer and say, oh my God, before I had to go like this or very close, now I don't have that problem. I can see all the way. This is the second good impact on them. And then they look at the distance. Do they need 20/20 to drive home? No. Even here you can go home with 20/40, right? In Dubai, 612 is passed for driving tests. So basically, for the reading also they don't need 20/20. All they need is to know that they can see what they couldn't see before. That's very important. And that gives them the time to go home, get used to that neurological adaptation, and then come back to you, which is going to be a lot better the vision, and then you can do the fine-tuning. Simple, if they are not happy. Simple as that. When they come back to you, if they say, I have a distance problem, remember, distance problem, you remember dominant eye, and you remember less plus. That's it, that's all you have to remember. Dominant eye, less plus. So what do you do? Both eyes open, very important. If the patient is using, for example, low ad, what you do, you add a quarter minus, again, less plus means minus, or half maximum to the dominant eye, both eyes open, and let them look at the distance and see if the vision is better. And that's how you change the number. So if it's -2, you give them -225 with the same addition, low ad, of course. But if the patient having high ad in both eyes coming and say distance is a problem, again, dominant eye, and you turn the high ad into low ad, which the low ad has less plus and the distance improves more. So remember that. We have these, the fittings each company has, so don't worry about this. You don't have to, you just have to understand the concept of distance means dominant eye, less plus. That's it, that's all you have to know. Now, and both eyes open. Never close one eye for fine-tuning. Non-dominant eye, I have a problem, doctor, with the reading. Can you make it a little bit better? Yes, I can do that. And you think about what? More plus and non-dominant eye, which you know already which one is that. So more plus non-dominant eye, and then both eyes open, binocular vision, both eyes open. You, if they're using low add, you give them a high add in the non-dominant eye. And if they are using high add both, of course, you have to add plus to the non-dominant eye, which is quarter, maximum half. And you test them with both eyes open. Visual assessment, remember, 20 happy is the criterion, not 20/20. 20 happy. If I'm happy, I buy the lens and I enjoy it. I don't have to have 20/20 to drive. I don't have to have 20/20 to read my mobile text messages. No phoropter, because it changed the pupil size. Use trial frame or flippers. And VA with both eyes open. That's very important when you do visual assessment. Never close the eye. That's very important. Thank you very much. Thank you. The question is going to be at the end of session, right? Okay, so I'll be ready for the questions. Make sure it's not too difficult. I don't have a good memory, but it's okay. Thank you very much.